and it was not the best trip to the mall. Good morning from the school. You can hear kindergarten, and 5th grade is also out for their field day. They're the last ones. But it's Thursday. It's gonna be really hot. I think almost 90 degrees. So a sweater is probably not staying on. But today, work, go home, eat some lunch. We'll see if I can make myself ready because I'm so behind. I've gotten almost nothing done. And then I have to go to Caroline. And then I'm taking Sebastian to the mall because I've got to pick up an order that I got for Jax. And then it'll be bedtime. Really fun. Alright, off I go.
Many hours later.
Hello. I'm in Caroline. Oh, I don't know how bad it is. Not too bad yet. Unless I just can't see. It looks like that one's the last one. It's 3:45 and my car is on because I only made it 20 minutes before I felt like I was gonna die because it is 85 degrees outside and there's no wind. No wind at all. I was roasting. And I'm not a sweater. Like, I don't sweat. So I just felt my face getting really, really, really hot. Anyway. Lunch shift was definitely a last 2 weeks of the school year kind of lunch shift. I had to talk to so many teachers when they picked up their students. Either I had to dictate them to the nurse, or there was just some random drama that a child felt was important and they really needed to tell their teacher. And I'm like, well, we need to wait for your teacher. I promise I will tell them that you need to talk to them as soon as they get here, that kind of thing. Or tattling, and like when 5th graders tattle, it's like, he did this. No, I didn't do this. And I'm like, all I can do is present your teacher with both sides. So one class had like 3 of them. And then just 5th grade got so loud at the end, and we just kept repeatedly telling them to be quiet. And we would be actively telling them to be quiet, and they'd be yelling. There was one kid, I just kept getting closer until I was just standing right in front of him, and he was still looking at me and yelling at his friend across the room. I'm like, I just told you not to. So I talked to that teacher. I didn't call out the student, but she asked me to call out the student. There was a bunch of them yelling, and I did tell her that, and I'm like, I can't say for sure, but I do know one of them that I was like looking dead in the eyes. So I pointed him out, and yeah, I couldn't really give any other set names, but they're like at the end. So she was such a good teacher. She actually ran into me in the hall with the student, and we had a little discussion and apology and talk about respect and stuff. And yeah, I love that school. They're so wonderful. They raise good humans. But yeah, as I told the teacher and the kid, we want you to talk with your friends. We do. It's just, she said there's 130 5th graders. It's a lot of people in a small room. And if you keep talking over each other, it just gets unsafe. It gets unsafe. We can't hear if there's an emergency because it's so loud. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. All the teachers are like, I just want to have fun with my students, but I have to be so strict because everybody is bouncing off the walls. But yeah, I did my shift. I came home. I ate lunch, delicious salad that I made, and then I once again did my like twice daily checking of if they've posted any TA positions, and they did. That means they probably hired their new special education teacher, because that they nail down the teachers before posting for TAs. So I've been sitting here in the car trying to fill out that on my phone because it's no better doing it on my computer. I was struggling before I had to run to Carline. But most of my work experience is so ancient that these companies have been bought out, they've gone under, and then I've been self-employed for 15 years since I had Jax. And then only recently I have the 2 current part-time positions with the school system. So fingers crossed. It will be a big adjustment because I would go to work earlier than the kids go to school. I have to stay a week later if my hours are like teachers. I don't know. It's not as flexible. Obviously, you need to get substitutes for yourself. But I love this school so much, and the thought of not being there most days doesn't feel right. And I keep having dreams that I'm there being a TA. Last night I dreamt I was subbing as a kindergarten teacher and my dad came to visit, and I was telling him he was a rocket scientist and I miss him so much. I don't know if he's been in a dream before. What does that mean? It would be hard just because I'm so used to the flexibility, but I've had a lot of experience of being there every day, even though they haven't been full days. So at least it's has been a baby step into that. I don't think I could do the cafeteria monitor position every single day for the whole year. If I don't become a TA, I would continue being a cafeteria monitor, but I would want to be the same situation where I substitute in classrooms and substitute in the cafeteria, even if it does mean some long-term subbing while they're trying to fill positions. It's been so much of that, but I would want the ability to sub as much as possible, because that's where my heart is, not just trying to hear them over the noisy cafeteria. Anyway, after Caroline, I'll have a little schmidgy of time before Sebastian and I have a date night at the mall. I'm building it up to be a really fun thing. We might get some ice cream after dinner, and I said I'd buy a Pokemon pack at the pack store because it's almost his birthday. He's a little upset that I went to the bubble tea place with Jax yesterday. He found out because I told him there was leftover chicken waiting for him. I'm like, we're gonna have a date night, you don't need to be upset. But yeah, we'll bring home dinner for Jax, so I need to make sure I get Jax a snack. I don't know if I want to set up for braiding when I would only have about a half an hour to 40 minutes. I'm just gonna have to braid so damn much this weekend, so damn much. Anyway, I have maybe 20 minutes left till Jax comes out. So I'm going to work on crocheting some stars. And I will talk to you later. Hello everyone from the mall.
And then I'll do it to another kid.
So our first stop, we parked over here. Our first stop is the card shop, the Pokemon card shop. Well, it's all sorts of cards and anime. And they're like, hey, what are you here for? And I was like, birthday Pokemon pack. And they had the new series, Destined Rivals. So he ended up going with that. They asked what his favorite Pokemon is, and he said Snorlax, and they found a 151 promo, which is gorgeous, for him to buy. So we did that. But then one of the employees was like, hey, let me grab another pack, and I'll buy this for you for your birthday. And that is so sweet. So now you have 2 packs to open. But we are going to go to...
And then we got
it's complaining your iPad is in the car. We're gonna go get dinner and he's gonna open them. And we might not get hits, but at least that's a new series. They're new cards, and you have a hit because you have a Snorlax. It would be great to get an EX or something.
I think I might just get like at the least a V in 1 pack.
Maybe. I might look at these stores on the way out. I need a new hair clip. Alright, we're gonna go get dinner and it's really noisy over here. Hello everyone. After our happy, excited purchase of Pokemon packs, it all went downhill. And it was not the best trip to the mall. My glasses are so dirty. I'm not even gonna leave them on my eyes. I can't see you. So right after I filmed, Sebastian's like, I'm so thirsty, I'm so thirsty. I'm dying, I'm so thirsty. So we went up to start buying dinner. It's the mall food court. You get things all over the place, especially if you're me, and I can't really eat at a lot of places. So we had gotten his Taco Bell. I'd put my order in for a lemonade and french fries at a different place, and I was gonna go get some Indian food at another place, but I was waiting for my fries and he realizes he forgot the stuffed animal he brought in the car, and he absolutely had to have it. So we get my fries and we bring all our food and stuff all the way across the mall, back out across the parking lot to the car, get the stuffed animal, walk all the way back across the parking lot, across the mall to the food court, get him a table. I ordered the rest of my food. He opens the packs. He got no hits. He's upset. And then he announces he wants to go home so he could play with his friends. His friends that I made sure he got 2 hours to play with before we went to the mall. And at this point, it's like 6:40. And it's like 15 minutes if we get really great lights. 20 minutes if you get stuck at all the red lights. So it'd already be getting too late to go out and play. And the whole reason I went to the mall was to pick up a package at Hot Topic for Jax and to try to go to Bath and Body Works. I have a free item reward. I want to use that on more of this lotion. And I also lost the sanitizer holder that I was using on my keychain. It was a nice simple black one with a claw hook. He was whining bitterly as we left the food court to go try and do that. And they didn't have any simple sanitizer holders. They're all crazy. I like the cute ones sometimes, but not on my keychain. I need it to be lightweight and simple and easy to clip on. And then I go to use my free item and they don't even have this scent anymore. Like, I didn't ask, but I didn't see it anywhere. When I ordered some online, I got this one instead, and they seem to have switched to that and gotten rid of a whole bunch. So I left empty-handed. He was just like on me about wanting to go home and just whining and whining and whining. So we head down to Hot Topic and pick up the sweatshirt. And I finally convinced him it's too late at this point. Let's just enjoy our night. We were gonna try a new ice cream place. And let's just try and turn this around. So we go back up to the ice cream place. It's so expensive. And sorry, I just got a message from Danny. They have some pre-mixed flavors. It's like New Zealand style ice cream. And then the feature was like you take a plain base and you mix fruit and stuff into it in a blender. So we were leaning towards that, but he offered us some tastes. He just handed over coconut and ube, and neither of us liked either. We just tasted super, super sickeningly sweet. And I was like, no, we'll just mix our own. And I decided we were gonna share one and get the smallest size since we didn't really like the samples. So $13 later, we got this one little small cup of ice cream and we both hate it. We taste no dragon fruit even though it's purple. And it tastes like cake batter. And I hate like overwhelming vanilla flavor in things. So we threw it away. We tried, we really tried. We made a little dent in it, maybe a fifth of it, and we threw it away. And then we left, defeated. I took a quick bath because I was so itchy from allergies, sitting in the car with the windows open, nearly dying because it was so hot out with no wind. But yeah, I don't think I said, but when I got to the cafeteria and I was all done setting up for the day, I checked the subboard. This dog wants a cookie so bad. Look at him. Do you want this? Is this what you want? Here, take it. I checked the subboard and there was something for tomorrow, the final hour of the day, 1:30 to 2:30, for a TA that I sometimes sub for, not the one that I was doing a lot of, but the 3rd grade TA. I had actually picked up the exact same 1:30 to 2:30 on a day that I was at Common Threads last, and they canceled it while I was at Common Threads. So we're trying again. We'll see if it gets canceled, but no harm, no foul. I will be at the school already because I work till a little bit after 1. That's when I finish cleaning. I'll have to decide if I want to bail a tiny bit early to eat my lunch. Maybe. And then, yeah, so I'll be doing that. Sebastian's going with Danny right away. This is going to be a long video because I just talk so much. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be a really, really long day, and I don't think I get to braid again. So I'm going to have to just braid tomorrow or Saturday and Sunday. So much. All right, bye. Good night. Stay safe. Be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.